Hi guys, it's me, I'm the Frugal Chef. I hope you're doing very well today. Let's make a tres leches cake from scratch. OMG, let's make this. First thing we're going to do is measure our pan on some parchment paper, and we're going to draw a circle, cut it so that we can line the bottom of our cake pan. This is a 9-inch cake pan. First we're going to butter this whole pan. Next we're going to put our parchment paper in, and I'm going to butter the paper. It is very important that you don't burn the bottom of this cake because it will get ruined. As always, I will give you grams of this on the printed recipe, which by the way you can always find under the video. So I have a cup of all-purpose flour in here, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I am going to whisk this for 1 minute. You can also sift this 2 times if you prefer. So I have 5 egg yolks in this bowl. The eggs were large and at room temperature. I am going to beat these for 2 minutes. I'm going to add 3/4 cups of sugar to this. And now I'm going to beat this for 3 minutes. I really want you to time yourself and do the 2 minutes and 3 minutes, okay? It's important that this is nicely beaten. I'm going to add 1/3 cup of whole milk and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So now we're going to mix this for 1 minute. Okay, we're going to set this aside, and I am going to wash my beaters. We are now going to beat our 5 egg whites. I'm going to start beating this, and when it starts getting frothy, I'm going to add 1/4 cup of sugar, and then I'm going to beat the egg whites until I have soft peaks. Like this. I'm going to add about 1/3 of my flour to this. I'm going to whisk it in until it's all mixed in. Notice that this cake has no oil, no butter, and that is because we want it to be a nice sponge, because we're going to add all the milks to it. We need the cake to absorb it all. So now I'm going to add about 1/3 of my egg whites. And I'm going to softly fold this in. Now another 1/3 of flour. We whisk that in. Another 1/3 of egg whites. The remainder of our flour. And the rest of our egg white. I am going to transfer this to that prepared cake pan we have, and I'm going to put it in an oven at 350 degrees. I do not want to overcook this. As I said, if the bottom gets hard, the cake is ruined. So I'm going to check it in 20 minutes. And if it's ready, a cake pan comes out clean, I will bring it out of the oven. Before I put it in the oven, I'm going to tap it softly against the counter to get rid of the bubbles of the air in there, okay? Okay, this is ready. I'm just going to run a knife around the edges here. We have a nice sponge here. We're going to let this cool down for about 30 minutes in the pan on top of a cooling rack, and then we will invert it. I inverted the cake on top of the cooling rack, and it is beautiful. Oh my goodness. I am going to let it finish cooling down completely, and then we'll put the milks in it. All right, we're going to transfer our cake to the platter where we're going to finish it. It's completely cooled down now. I have a cup of whole milk in this measuring cup. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. That's vanilla extract, by the way. I'm going to add a cup of whipping cream. And a 14 ounce or 397 gram can of sweetened condensed milk. We're going to mix this. Now this looks like a lot of liquid to pour on our cake, but it's not. Our cake is going to absorb this beautifully. We are going to make a bunch of holes on this cake. Go all the way to the bottom. Now we're going to slowly pour this over the cake. We're going to wait for it to absorb a little bit and then we'll continue. It's fine that you have some on the plate because the bottom of the cake is going to absorb that. By the way, you can use evaporated milk instead of whole milk if you prefer for this. I'm going to tent this with foil so I don't want to touch the cake, and I'm going to refrigerate this for at least 2 hours. The longer you leave it, the better. Overnight would be perfect. We're going to beat a cup of cold whipping cream. Now that it's starting to thicken, I'm going to add half a cup of powdered sugar, confectioner's sugar, icing sugar. And we're going to beat until we have stiff peaks. Like this. Our cake was in the refrigerator overnight and it absorbed most of the liquid. There's still a tiny bit on the platter here. That's fine. We're going to serve it with that. So we're going to put some of that whipping cream on here. If you hear some hissing in the background, it's my steamer. I'm steaming some tamales. Okay, I like it like that. The whole cake is nicely covered. I am going to put a strawberry there. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I was going to put sliced fruit around it, but I really like it like that. Nice and simple. This is exquisite. I'm telling you, look at that. Oh, so moist. Oh, yeah. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. That is the definition of melt in your mouth. Oh, guys, yum. This is absolutely perfect, delicious, delicious. Yum, yum, yum. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did and you give me a like, thank you so much. And if you share and comment, that would be awesome. I will have this recipe on the website waiting for you guys to come and print it. In the meantime, be well, my friends. Eat well without going broke. I'm going to see you soon.